Former Vice President Joe Biden, he's run for president twice before, unsuccessfully. He's never before been the front runner.
All right, y'all, so I'm back. We up here registering people to vote. And I got my brother, man, I've known for a long time, love this dude to death, man. He's a really good dude, right? So I say, hey, bro, you registered to vote this year? He's like, yeah, I'm voting. Who you voting for? He was like, you already know. I'm like, Trump? He's like, hell no. I'm like, bro, are you serious? So he's asking me, he say, Cass, why? Why vote for Trump? Okay, before we get into it, because I'm going to break it down to you. Why are you voting for Biden?
I think he's a better person.
Why?
Because what's going on now in the situation with Trump.
What Trump situation?
What's going on now? Just up. I believe he could come in and do a better job.
What has he done? You know he's been in politics for 47 years. What has he done in 47 years?
A lot.
Like what?
I mean, I just believe he'll do better than Trump.
Did you know that Biden, in 47 years of politics, has only been a racist, said racist things about you and me, personally, as black people, and made a bill to incarcerate black people with Bill Clinton, the crime bill. Look it up. The man just said, you ain't black unless you vote for him.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
He also said he didn't want his children going to school in a racial jungle, didn't want integration.
They quote Biden as saying that a, quote, non-orderly racial integration would cause his children to grow up in a racial jungle.
He also said poor kids can be just as bright and just as intelligent as white kids.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
When he thinks poor, he doesn't think white at all. He's thinking about you and me. The dude ain't did nothing but hurt black people. And then his running mate, Kamala Harris, she's got a career of locking up black people. Now, let's move over to Trump. You asked me why I'm voting for Trump. Before Trump was the president, did not everybody love him in their music videos, rap videos, all the magazines?
And there were all kinds of celebrities, very, very famous people coming in to be seated. And that when you were seated, you got the loudest applause. People stood up and roared and cheered when you walked in.
He got awards from black communities and the NAACP. Everybody loved him.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me. And I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not. I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. And I can't promise you everything, but I can tell you one thing. This country would make one hell of a lot of money from those people that for 25 years have taken advantage. It wouldn't be the way it's been, believe me.
And there were all kinds of celebrities, very, very famous people coming in to be seated. And that when you were seated, you got the loudest applause. People stood up and roared and cheered when you walked in.
But then when he came to president, they said he's a racist.
Anywhere where the left gets control, you start to see political correctness run amok. You start seeing dissenting views quashed. They use projection. Right before they do so, they start attacking the people that they're about to go after of being guilty of the very things that they do.
When he came into politics, he started what he said, drain the swamp. Not just politicians, the evil, corrupt politicians.
What we're finding out, thanks to some emails that we obtained from Hunter Biden's laptop that he dropped off at a Mac repair shop and then didn't pick up again. He left the Mac repair guy with an $85 bill. There are emails showing that Hunter Biden arranged a meeting between his father, Joe Biden, who was then vice president, in Washington, D.C., with a senior executive from Burisma, which is this corrupt Ukrainian energy company that was paying, as I said, a huge amount of money to Hunter Biden to be on the board.
We saved our energy industry, our energy jobs, and we are energy independent, and it's a beautiful thing.
Did you know that since he's been president, the economy has been better than it ever been? Unemployment at an all-time low, more jobs created than ever before. He stopped making us an importer and made us an exporter. To me, that means we make more money. People talk about the wall that he wanted to build over there in Mexico. And remember, they said that he was racist. They twisted that to make everybody around us believe that he's a racist. Then they say, make America great again. What does he mean? When was America great? When you talk about make America great again, what he means is make America, like what I just said, an exporter again, have jobs again, have people believe in the American dream again, that they want to come to this country and they know that they're going to make it. Had nothing to do with race. Not only that, the man gave funding for the next 10 years. This has never been done for historic black colleges and universities. Barack Obama didn't even do that. He did prison reform, which directly affects us as black people because we fill up the prisons. He said, if you're a nonviolent offender and it's just like drugs or something, and you ain't kill nobody or pull a gun on nobody, you can come home, man. There's programs set in place for you to be able to come home. He did everything that he could to show by his actions actions that he ain't a racist and a damn good president. He did all that. Yet we still running around here, the people that only watch the news, we're saying, hell no, we voting for Biden because Biden was with Obama, or Biden did so much great, but nobody can tell you none of the great that he did. But they could pull up every single thing that he's done to the black community. Hillary Clinton called us super predators. Matter of fact, if the man isn't a racist, why did he speak at the KKK member's eulogy and said that he was his hero or inspiration or whatever? So why does he deserve your vote? And not the man who's actually showing you that he cares about you. The president that's done more for the hood, black community, Hispanic community than any other president since Lincoln. You feel me? Why would you know me, bro? I'm a hood. You know me. So why would I be telling you that? Bill Clinton's the one that did that crime bill, but they pushed it. Exactly. He knows his stuff. He know his stuff.
See, like Trump, he gonna bring the jobs back. Though.
He been bringing them back, and that's why they did this coronavirus.
He say that export. Now we'll be the biggest export instead of China.
Exactly. He brought steel manufacturing, the automobile industry. They said that was dead, and look at us now. They hit us with coronavirus. You notice that when coronavirus hit, they said everybody got to stay in the house. Nobody could go out. But yet, if you're Black Lives Matter or Antifa, you could go out and protest and burn down and nobody's gonna say nothing. But the coronavirus is so bad. We out here standing with masks. Why? It's an agenda. So bro, the reason why I'm having this conversation with you is because it's important. Your vote is very important this year. They've been getting the black vote. You know, Lyndon B. Johnson said, I'm gonna have these voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And we do, blindly. Latinos and blacks, we vote Democrat blind as hell. Don't even know why we do. We just do. Did you know that the black people are the ones that started the Republican Party? Did you know that? We were Republicans. They crippled us with welfare, Section 8. They kicked us out the homes, bro. Made the woman look at you and be like, I don't need you. I'll take care by the state. I'll go get food stamps. Which led you to be upset, me to be upset, go out and sell drugs because we trying to prove to our family that we can provide even though they ain't giving us no jobs. Then we get locked up under that crime bill. And then we're locked up and we're stuck there. That was under Biden. 47 years, bro, in politics, and they did nothing for us. Trump, people have already loved Trump for forever. Why would you want to be the president of the United States when you're already a billionaire? You have every woman that you could possibly want at your feet. You don't need the fame because you got the fame already, right? So what reason would he have to become the president of the United States? Did you know that he's never taken a check since he's been in office?
$1. Yes.
$1. Every other check he's donated while being president. He's the only president in history for his net worth to drop, to go down. That's why I'm asking you if you register to vote, bro, so you can vote for the right person who's going to help us out, man. Who's going to do more for this, not just even us as black people, because it's not about that. We need to even stop calling each other black. We American, bro. You feel me? We are American. Straight up. So can you do me a favor? When you come in here with me, I even feed you a slice of pizza. Register to vote. Come kick it with me and my kids for a sec. Make sure you register to vote, and then think about it. I'm out here for a reason, bro. You know I ain't gonna lie to you. I never have. You been my dog. You feel me? You been my dog, bro. You always gonna be my dog. They the real racist, man. They tell you Trump's racist and can't give you nothing to show that he's a racist. But I can give you everything to show you that he's not. But I can show you clip after clip after clip after clip after clip in its entirety of Biden saying some messed up racist stuff, bro. And then his actions, the bills that he's passed through, he got behind, were racist, directly targeting you and me. So why the hell would we give him our vote? They think we're stupid. They think because he was with Barack Obama. Why do you think he chose Kamala Harris as his running mate? She wasn't even qualified. They didn't want her in the primary when she was running to be the candidate against Trump. They didn't want her then. So why pick her now? After she called you a racist in the debate. Think about it. Because they think we're stupid. We're going to see a black woman and be like, oh, well, she could be the female Barack Obama. Well, let's vote. That's why. Trump been did a lot, a whole lot, not just for the hood, bro, not just for black communities, but for America, which is what a president is supposed to do. Not single out one or the other because of their color. All of us are American, and that's how he looks at us, is as Americans, not as not as black, not as none of that. That's why he said what he said. He said, look, what do you got to lose? You've been voting the same way. You've been voting for these people for how long? And look it. So what do you really got to lose? Give me a chance. And he's shown you. He's shown everybody. So I'm counting on you, man, and everybody else that you know. If you could, when you get to talking to people, bro, tell them exactly what I just told you. Trump 2020. Can I get that? My brother. That's what it's about right there. Trump 2020. He voting Trump. He already registered. He was gonna vote Biden. Didn't know none of the stuff I just told him right now. And everything that I'm telling you, you can look up. If you want, I'll show you right now. I'll get off the phone and I'll show you. That's what it's about, y'all. You want to make a difference, get out there and talk to people. Bring the facts to them, not your feelings, not your opinion. Present the facts. Say what you know to be a fact so they can verify that, and then they know, yo, he wasn't lying. You know what? I'm going to switch my vote this year. Unite, don't fight, be a street like it's only you can be the change that you want to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, remember to pray, America. Trump 2020.
Civility out, shaming and shunning in. On the same weekend, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders is asked to leave a restaurant. Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters says don't let the public shaming stop with Sanders.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
The Congresswoman pushing more division.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
We need to even stop calling each other black. We American, bro. You feel me? We are American. We are American.